What is going good, fellas, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Marvin, and I thought on today's video we are going away a little bit from the ultras. Maybe I do another video on that because I got some suggestions to that. But on today's video we are watching my German culture shocks as an American. So it is an American who is in Europe, or especially here in Germany, and he talks about his experiences in the first 2 weeks. And with everything being said, I would say we hop right into that video. Let's go!
So recently I just got back from Germany visiting my girlfriend, and there were some pretty significant culture differences from America and Germany. And I think I got a really good taste of German culture because I didn't get to go to any of the tourist areas. As soon as I landed at the airport, I was picked up. I was whisked away.
Yeah,
to the
he's on rural
countryside.
area. That is,
so this is a little bit
very
more
clear.
Northern Germany. I got to see how people lived in Germany. I got to stay in a German house. I didn't see other tourists in Germany. So I got a really great first impression of Germany. These are my biggest culture shocks I experienced.
And yeah, I have to say there are a little bit differences between northern and southern Germany. Southern Germany is very famous, for example, for the Oktoberfest. Of course, in northern Germany they also celebrate the Oktoberfest, but like the big ones, the big parties on Oktoberfest, they are in southern Germany.
As an American. So the first culture shock is, of course, when I got into the car, I kind of noticed all the cars kind of look the same. I guess in America we're used to these big pickup trucks and big SUVs, and then we have the smaller cars too. But in Europe, all the cars seemed exactly the same. And then when we started driving, it kind of makes sense now because they're all smaller, because the roads are super, super tiny.
Okay, so he means with being the same, the size of the cars, or what? Yeah, because they are regulated, as I think. The size car is regulated just because, yeah, our streets, our autobahn has some measures, and you cannot.
I almost think German drivers,
there,
I haven't looked up the stats, are safer than Americans, because in America we have a lot of straight roads that are big and it gets boring and you want to pick up your cell phone and start looking at it, and yeah, you go off the road and your car explodes. And Germany, what I saw is the roads were not really straight. It was a lot of whining and turning, and they were much,
it also
much
has
smaller.
geographical
These towns
reasons.
are just hundreds and hundreds of years old. That they didn't
Because we
anticipate
have a lot of
that one day
hills
we're
and
going to
stuff
have
like
cars. That's why the roads are so tiny. That's my theory anyways. But yeah, I think I might be onto something. Another big difference, so of course I vlog on YouTube, is I can't film people in public. This was a big shocker. I pulled out my camera and Little B's like, no, no, don't film these people. You're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, I can't film it. It's just the town center thing. It's really beautiful here.
Yeah, it's rules. Yeah, it's rules. And if people do not allow stuff like that, that you show it, you should not do it. You get sued, maybe, but yeah, most of the time, yeah, they're just saying, please.
How can I film it if there's people here? I was like, they're not going to go
rule
away
oriented
anytime
Germany.
soon.
That's true.
So I was really shocked that I'm not allowed to film in public. And we did do a few things like film in a store, and we were asked to leave. I feel like in America we could get away with this a lot more unless we were being disruptive or disturbing. But in the store, we weren't being disruptive or disturbing, but they didn't want us filming in the store.
Yeah, in the store that makes a big difference just because spying is a big thing. If you spy for another discounter, supermarket, this is mostly the reason why they don't like it. If you're just filming like normal, I don't think that they really come up to you and say, hey, you should don't.
And that was a little bit
shouldn't
sad.
do this, yeah.
But in America, when you're out in public, we view it as that you don't actually have this privacy, that you're in public. There's cameras everywhere. Buildings have cameras. The police have cameras. Everybody has a cell phone with cameras. There is no right to privacy in America. And honestly, I kind of like that a lot better. It makes sense. We're not supposed to be doing anything crazy in public anyways. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal to be filmed. Anyways, I hope Germany decides to change that one day. That'd be really, really cool because I definitely wanted to take more
Ooh, this is
footage
hard.
out
I
in
don't think that
public.
they change it.
Something actually really cool while I was trying to film in public is a ton of cars came by, and I asked my girlfriend, Little B, if I could film this, and she said, yes, it's okay to film the cars. And they all were honking. I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, it's a wedding. So they all go crazy and they start honking like crazy because it's wedding time. I'm like, okay, they're letting everybody
it's like
know
a hello.
that this is a wedding. This is good to know.
Okay, I haven't seen that before, to be honest. Why are they doing this? So this is not normal.
So while we're driving
This is
around, I
truly not
noticed
normal.
gas stations that there's no credit card thing. You just swipe it. You actually fill up your tank first, and they trust you to go in and pay after you took all their gas. But speaking of which, let's just get into this
Is
right
this
here.
different in the US?
I took my girlfriend to a very nice restaurant, and I try to pay at the end of the bill with my debit card. And she's like, no. So I pull out, okay, what about my Visa? No, we don't take Visa or MasterCard. And I was like, what? You don't take my credit card? What am I going to do here? And it wasn't the first time this happened. It also happened in a grocery store. It happened multiple places. I ended up just getting used to carrying cash. And as an American, we don't actually...
No, I'm sorry. You can still pay with credit cards in most of the time in restaurants and of course in the grocery store all the time. So if it's not like a local small one, there is no problem paying with Visa or something like that. So I do not understand this argument, to be honest, because this is just normal. Yeah, okay, you go there and you pay with credit card or your normal bank card. So you don't have to carry cash. So that's not true.
Carry cash. I hardly ever carry cash. To me, it doesn't feel normal to have a bunch of cash on me. But here in Germany, just in case I was going to go to the store or maybe go out to eat, I was like, do I need to take like $200 with me? Like, how much cash should I have on hand? Anyways, this was definitely really different for me. And maybe it's a good thing too, because maybe then I'll know it's like, okay, well, guys, with a credit card that you just swipe, and then all of a sudden you're like, how did I spend so much money? But in Germany, yeah, if you're paying with the cash thing, then you have to physically go and get more cash and bring it and physically go get more cash. I actually think this might actually be a good thing. And speaking of restaurants, a lot of the restaurants we went to, the people actually lived upstairs or next to the restaurant. It was all built in. All the buildings seemed to be very, very old, and people would just remodel the inside and turn it into a business. And I kind of felt like this is like small-time America.
That's true. That's very often the case.
They have the second story, and people actually live up there. They have apartments up there too. And so it kind of felt like old school America. And again, I like to think of Germany as the old world. So
another good side effect, because I just saw that video, they are drinking Glühwein. Glühwein is very famous in the Christmas time, which we have now. And it's hot wine that you get on Christmas markets. This is something that is not really common in the US, I believe. Yeah, you just go there, you meet your friends, maybe family, and yeah, you drink maybe a Glühwein, which is, as I mentioned, a hot wine, and probably you eat something like a sausage with bread or stuff like that. You just come together there. So this is a very nice thing in Christmas time.
My first impression of German restaurants and everything, it was really nice. It was very friendly. It was more mom and pop restaurants, and I actually really liked it. That was really, really great.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, I kind of wonder how the cities are in the tourist areas. I bet it's completely different. Someone's going to be like, I went to Germany, I was able to use all my credit cards, and there was nobody living upstairs in the restaurant. But yeah, this is my experience, what I experienced in Germany. But yeah, everybody in America, Germany is amazing.
Yeah, okay, so he's mentioning so that a lot of people are living upstairs their store. Of course, this is often the case in rural area. If you go to bigger cities, often there are franchises. So there are real businesses, not family businesses. So that are, yeah, as I mentioned, franchises. They have a lot of stores everywhere across Germany. They are not as familiar as, yeah, like family businesses. That's true. But if you really want to see real Germans with their own business, you have to go to rural area. Of course, they are also existing like in city areas, but it's most likely that you get, for example, a Subway, McDonald's, Vapiano or other food chains, yeah, in bigger cities. So you do not really get the real German feeling in bigger cities, so you have to go to rural area. This is a little advice from me.
Yes, thank you so much. And big love from every US person from Germany. Mwah.
Okay, so the other thing that was a huge culture shock is the toilets in Germany. They call it toiletta. Anyways, I don't know, it doesn't sound too fancy to me. But anyways, so the toilets all had one thing. They all had one of these next to the toilet. In Germany, it's a standard practice in a public toilet. You have to clean your toilet. It's just common courtesy. That makes a lot of sense. All the toilets I went to seemed very, very clean. But here's the other thing. Not only are you supposed to clean your toilet after using it, you're also supposed to pay to use the toilet. 50 cents to $1 is kind of standard customary. And in America, no, we just drive everywhere and you just go run into McDonald's and you use the restroom or go into a gas station.
Yeah, I have to say something about that point. So on the Autobahn, it's very often the case that you have to pay for it. But there are also places you don't have to pay for it. Most businesses are doing this just because they don't want to get people inside just going to the toilet, yeah. And for that reason, they often say, please pay like 50 cents or something just to clean it up, to use it. But it's not really the case. If you have like a big mall or stuff like that, it's for free to go to the toilet. Of course, sometimes there is a person standing in front of the toilet and ask for a little tip, but you don't have to tip them. So this is not really true, but in some cases it is true. So it depends on where you are, but most of the time you do not have to pay for going to the toilet. You use
the restroom. And in Germany, it's standard that you have to pay to do that. And so that's definitely a huge culture shock. And especially when you don't carry cash with you and you have to go, it's like, oh no, am I supposed to go on a tree? I don't know. But anyways, I actually like that their toilets seemed a little different. Like there wasn't really much water in the toilets. And in America, we have much more water. So I wonder if that's why
they try to
issue too.
use as less as possible of water.
If you go number 2, yeah, you're gonna have to definitely use one of these. And I actually like this.
Oh my god!
Sure you always keep a clean toilet in your house, or when you go out in public, you're gonna have a clean toilet. This is good. So it's a pro and a con there, but it was definitely a huge culture shock. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't used to it. Here's a really big one: nudity, getting naked in Germany. I am very shy.
Okay.
I would be called conservative when it comes to getting naked. I don't want anybody to see me.
Okay.
I'm probably over the top, hyper self-conscious too. I don't even want my girlfriend to see me naked. So when I went to Germany and she's like, let's go to the sauna. And I'm like, the sauna, we have to get naked? And she's like, yeah, we're gonna get naked in the sauna. And there's gonna be a lot of other people there? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of other people there. And I'm like, okay, when in Rome, let's do it then. Anyways, I make sure to keep a towel in front of me. And actually, honestly, it was a ton of fun. So my 2 weeks in Germany, I went twice. I would have went 3 times. It was actually awesome.
Yeah, and it's also good for your health if you go to the sauna. But this is truly something, yeah, that is more or less normal in Germany. I would say that a lot of people are doing this, but not everybody. So if you're too conservative, people do not do that. But most of the time, they do not really have a problem with being naked. Yeah, but it depends on where you are and what are you doing. So that's kind of true. Yeah, that's kind of true. Okay, guys, that was it with the video. If you like it, just write it in the comment section. Maybe I do a second part out of it because there is a little bit rest on that video. And yeah, with everything being said, I wish you guys a great day and a great week, and see you hopefully next time. Goodbye.